internet historian told us about Area 51. Now I think that's like a whole plot, you know what I'm saying, to start a business in Las Vegas. Y'all not slick, but this time we got going camping at the end of the world. Let's get it.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K Holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.
It's good, HollaSquad. We are the latest squad on the YouTube platform. Listen, today we are back with another reaction, and we got internet historian in the building. I never knew this channel existed till y'all told me. You know what I'm saying? I've been thoroughly impressed by what I've seen, except for Fallout 76. That's the trashiest launch I've ever seen, bro. Listen, Blizzard, call me, all right? Y'all got everything wrong. Everything. What's good? How y'all doing today? Welcome to the chat. Let's hop into this video.
Baby,
Jada
look
was
at the
good.
size of that
Josh
sponsor.
was good. I'm doing good. See what this talking about.
Just relax. Everything's totally serene. You're floating through a cloud. The sun is warm on your face. The end is nigh. A prophecy has been foretold. The rapture is coming. And we have the specific date.
Whoa!
Soon the believers will rise and the
Bro, are they talking about 2012, bro? That was, man.
impure will be left below. So repent, sinner. Repent! Get your affairs in order. Take your preparation H. That's preparation for heaven. Because the world will officially end
Got a new house tour?
on
Facts, I
May
seen it.
21st, 2011.
What?
Wait, what?
May 21, there's going to be a terrific earthquake, way, way greater than anything that the earth has ever experienced, and that'll be the beginning of Judgment Day.
It is 2022, my boy. Yeah, 11 years behind.
In late 2010, a campaign was launched to save some souls. They suited up, took to the streets. But it was more than just placards and flyers. Soon they were joined by a caravan of 5 RVs roaming the country, spreading the good word about the rapture. Thousands of people took it seriously. Many began selling their possessions. They were maxing out credit cards, taking on debt. Even the news picked up on it.
The end is near.
Advertising was put on bus stops, in subways. A big expensive billboard was put up.
Okay.
Then another. Then another. Then 5,000 more. In fact, this quickly became the most expensive single event advertising campaign ever.
That's crazy, all right? That's, look, listen. And they getting tax exemptions, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
Totaling over $100 million just to tell people about a rapture on May 21st,
That didn't
2011. How the heck did this happen? Harold Camping.
Where is he now, all right? Show yourself.
So who is this hardcore gangster rapturist, Harold Camping?
Yeah, I need to know.
He was one of the biggest figures in Christian media. He had a show, Open Forum, hosted by his company, Family Radio. In 2010,
Like
it was a
Mr.
media
Rogers.
empire, worth over $70 million. His message went out on over 200 radio stations across the United States, and many more around the world. His listenership? Millions. And when he says the world will end, a decent-sized contingent believed it. Now hold on, I can see the comment section filling up with edgy atheists and skeptics already.
Let's see,
Listen,
let's see.
at first I also didn't believe Mr. Camping. I get it.
Okay.
There have been many people to predict the rapture before and get it wrong.
Facts.
But wait, give him a chance.
I looked at all the scientific data I could find, like carbon-14 dating or potassium-argon dating.
You know what's crazy about what he just said? If all the scientific evidence pointed to there, where was the scientist saying it? Huh? We got questions. Questions.
This time, it's different. Camping is coming at you with irrefutable evidence of the rapture because he's using math. This is not just a bit, this is actually how he calculated the rapture. So, Jesus
Noble
died
is
on
good.
April 1st, 33 AD. Now take the year 2011. That's a difference of 1,978. We times that by 365.2422, and that gives you the number of days it's been since that, including leap years. That equals 722,449. Now keep that number in mind. Keep it in your head. Atonement. Now that's 5. Completeness.
No, please no.
That's 10. And heaven is 17.
You know what's wrong with this? All right, the original Bible wasn't in English. All right, how did you get this from the English? Come on, man, you gotta do better, bro. You got to do better.
Now we times them all together, and look at this, 850. Then we square that, and that's 722,500, a difference of 51. 51 days plus April 1st, 2011 equals May 21st, 2011. You did it, Mr. Camping. You've cracked the code. And needless to say, his skeptics were left destroyed by facts and logic. Even the ones who pointed out that he predicted the rapture once before in 1994 in a Louis Theroux documentary.
1994 will be the last day of the final tribulation period.
But shut up. He's got more to say than just the date. My boy is about to tell you how the whole thing is gonna go down. So God's gonna snatch up all the good boys, about 200 million of us. Everyone else? Pets? Even the cute ones. So dudes, you're getting left behind. Then at 6 p.m. exactly on Christmas Island, earthquakes are gonna start doodling all over the place, rolling their way across the earth, taking out almost everyone at exactly 6 p.m. according to their time zone. Those earthquakes will then trigger gigantic tsunamis, 10 kilometers tall, and go as far inland as Colorado. Every soul left behind will be forever damned, eventually to go straight down to heck.
GG's, my boy.
Now, let's not go lumping everyone in. Most Christian groups did not believe in Harold Camping's teachings. In fact, most Christian groups don't believe in predicting the rapture at all,
Facts.
and even consider it a sin. Matthew 24:36 specifically says that no man can know the day or the hour. So to try and guess at it would be to go against Scripture. Accordingly, Protestant and Catholic groups denounced Mr. Camping's claims.
May 21st, he's a follower of Harold Camping. The scriptures do not teach that. No man knows the day or the hour.
In fact, even Camping's own producer at Family Radio said it was a bad idea. But that didn't stop Mr. Camping. He saw the big churches as corrupt anyway, so he ignored them.
Let me not say that, all right? Because FBI, open up. All right, I don't want that to happen to me, so I'm just. That's what we gonna do.
And continued charging forward with his prediction.
There's just no reason in the world, no possibility that it will not happen.
And so did his followers.
Where is he, bro? We gotta find him.
97% of the people God will destroy.
Do you think this thing is getting blown up too much in the media and elsewhere?
I see somebody with
Before
a...
we go on, 2 important details.
Okay.
Number 1, Family Radio receives most of its funding through donations, bequeathments, ads, merchandise, and
Crazy.
sponsors, but mostly just donations.
Kamari, thank you for the
2,
follow. Yes, sir.
Family Radio was established in 1959, Camping is the owner and CEO, but there are 2 other chairmen on board to keep him in check. Or at least there were. Unfortunately, in recent years, those other chairmen were getting quite old and sick and having a tougher and tougher time telling Camping no to poor decision making. So by 2010, Camping effectively had free reign over the company. Free reign over its messaging, free reign over its audience, and free reign over...
There was a famous philosopher, all right, that spoke about this type of situation. And the quote that he used is, No one man should have all this power. Come on. I think his name was like Yay. You know what I'm saying? Tight. You know what I'm saying?
For the spending. And he started spending like...
Luke, I'm doing good. How about you, my boy?
Like the world was going to end. The media soon picked up on the ubiquitous advertising, and the word spread further. This, in turn, encouraged more advertising, and in turn more media interest. So things were snowballing.
Crazy.
By early May, everyone was talking about the rapture. The search term "End of the World May 21st" was number 2 on Google search.
I was in Spanish class, all right, that day. Everybody's looking at the clock. It's 4 p.m., bro. I remember.
Followed by Harold Camping, May 21st Doomsday, and May 21 Rapture, also in the top 10. The traffic online was so substantial, it even caused Family Radio's servers to crash.
Crazy.
Soon, it became a bit of a meme. And the internet did what it does best.
Shady, what's good? Yes, sir.
On May 19th,
appreciate you, big dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Operation Rapture was conceived.
I'm having a good night.
Okay,
How about
lads. We wake up early on May 21st and throw clothes into the street. It's going to look like a bunch of people were teleported to the afterlife, and hopefully, some of them are going to freak out. Well, they had a pretty good turnout, but it doesn't seem like anyone fell for it. Disappointingly, it seems like no one showed up for the pre-rapture orgy organized on Facebook either. Although maybe that's because the location was a bit vague. But best of all was an event organized by the Phenomenauts. They got people together in the middle of town and filled a bunch of sex dolls with helium and attached them to balloons to transcend into the heavens. It was a beautiful moment, and it made a lot of us reflect.
Should have been a better person.
Kid Boo, thank you for the follow, you know what I'm saying?
Yoink. People also tried to make some cash off the situation. They offered to buy Camping's followers' stuff on Craigslist.
They put blow-up dolls in balloons to transcend to the heavens, bruh. And these are the people who's supposed to tell me what's going on in the world. Let's cut the cap, bruh. Let's cut the cap.
Just for pennies on the dollar.
Offering to buy on Craigslist raptured people's possessions.
There was also a famous eBay auction, $100,000 post-rapture insurance for only $19.99. But one startup did do quite well.
Dog sit for those called up to heaven.
Based around taking other people's pets in the event of a rapture. And I believe they still operate today. So up next, we'll show you what happened on May 21st and what happened to all those people who truly believed. But first,
my rhymes are fly, my beats are sick, my crew is big and it keeps getting bigger.
That's cause Jesus Christ is my
ad time.
Hey, say it. I dare you. He did say it though in the video. That's crazy.
Who's there?
Hello, it's me.
Oh my god, it's Jesus. What are you doing here?
Well, I just wanted to tell you that me and God have seen your Google search history and were very disappointed.
Oh no.
That's right, and now you're not getting into heaven, or the more exclusive version, Super Heaven, which features a delicious seafood buffet.
Oh no.
Yup.
Oh, how I wish I had taken the time to hide my internet viewing habits.
Well, you didn't, and now you're doomed forever.
Has this ever happened to you? Go to nordvpn.com/internethistorian to keep your website traffic anonymous.
All looks wholesome to me.
Plus, it also gives you region unlocking. Oh, hey look, it's the UK's exclusive channels. And you didn't even pay a telly license. Oi, stop that. That'll be £52.09.
Which one of y'all yawn, bruh? It's contagious.
Too late, copper. I've Brexited to Australia now, a place where no law can touch me. How much would you pay for this service? $1 billion? Literally gazillions? Not today. Get 75% off 3-year plan at nordvpn.com/internethistorian and use code internethistorian to get a free extra month, which includes unlimited data, ultra fast speeds, region unlocking in all these places, also a map of the world which is useful for things such as geography.
Wow, that's so good. I might even get code internet historian NordVPN myself.
Yes, Jesus, I think that would be a good idea.
Ha 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 ha.
Ad over. Before we go on with Mr. Camping, I want to point out two other predictions. In 1806, Mary Bateman also predicted doomsday. Through a chicken. It was dubbed the Prophet Hen of Leeds, because it started laying eggs with the message, Christ is coming, marked onto them. Amazing. And it all appeared legit. Locals saw the hen lay eggs with the message already written onto them. Can't fake that. Oh my god, people said, and many more flocked to the area to pray. Well, on inspection of the eggs, it was soon figured out.
I just want to say, alright? Why are we listening to these people, bro? Why?
What was going on?
Why?
Mary Bateman had used a corrosive substance to etch into the egg, and then, a couple of minutes before everyone would gather around to watch the chicken lay, Mary would... Oh dear. Come on, man. It's not
She
funny.
stuck the
She was an
egg
interesting
back in the
character,
booty?
though. Claimed to be a witch.
Nah, she's wild. She's wild. Reinserting the egg into the chicken just so you can tell what day the earth is coming to. You gotta be stopped. You gotta be stopped.
Poisoned a couple that same year with a deadly pudding. She was later tried and hanged in 1809. Strips of skin from her corpse were tanned and sold as magic charms to ward off evil spirits. What the fuck am I reading? Also, shout out to 2012. Remember that one?
As December 21st, 2012 marks the end of the world.
Well, we came because it's the end of the world tomorrow, and we thought we'd better pop in here because apparently this place will be saved.
With accents like those, you would hope they'd be the first to go come the apocalypse.
Okay, let's get on with it. Let's take a closer look at some of the people who followed camping. Take Robert Fitzpatrick.
Where are they today? I need to talk to them. Like, no. Why were you there? What made you believe this? Okay? Boy.
60. Former government employee.
I had plans after I retired, but I put them all aside. I feel as if I've been drafted.
He took almost all of his life savings, $140,000, to have 3,000 posters put up in New York City subways and bus stops.
I'm not going to tell you I'm down to my last penny, but...
No, be quiet, all right? Listen, the financial decisions of these people, which, like, everything isn't about finance, it's about what you believe in life. But believe in this, all right? Why you take your whole life savings? You know how much you could have done at Club Eden with $140,000? If you don't know what Club Eden is, just forget about it. Don't look it up, all right?
Up in New York City subways and bus stops.
I'm not going to tell you I'm down to my last penny, but, you know, it's a good
Down
chunk
in the
of
building
what
was
I
good, my boy.
had saved up, sure.
Does it matter if you're down to your last penny if the doomsday is coming?
No, it doesn't.
And he's not the only one. According to the
$140,000 for some posters, man. Come on.
LA Times, the Bauer family hopped in their minivan and drove across the country to see all of the big landmarks before it was too late, racking up thousands of dollars in credit card debt in the process. They really believed they were going to die.
Yo, he gotta go to jail. Bro, look what he got people to do, all right? He gotta go to jail. He gotta go to jail, bro. This is theft by deception, bro. It gotta be. Somewhere in the legality of the United States, it gotta be somewhere that people who lead you astray to give away your money, you know what I'm saying? That's theft by deception, I thought. Come on, bro.
Worse still, the Ramsey family. The father quit his job. So did his mum. His younger brother quit high school. And his wife Marcia thought she was never going to meet her unborn child. Some of these people's lives got pretty fucked up. The day is here. It's rapture time. Here we go. Oh Lord, I'm ready. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a rapture. Watch me, guys. Mr. Camping spent the day at home in quiet solace and contemplation, waiting for 6 p.m. But that's not what Mr. Fitzpatrick did. A confident Fitzpatrick marched into the middle of Times Square amongst a crowd of mocking bystanders, ready to prove everyone wrong.
6 o'clock.
In 3 minutes. If it does not happen, what will that mean?
I wouldn't entertain that question.
You're confident.
In 4 minutes, you about to, all right? I wouldn't even ask that question. I will be back in 4 minutes, all right? And I got a question for you. That's all I'm going to say.
That's what I read in the Bible.
Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. Nothing happened. And then 6:01.
The fact he looked at his watch like, I could have swore my calculations, all right? It said, come on, bro, what you doing?
6:02. And by 6:03, Fitzpatrick's convictions turned to confusion. And it's pretty hard not to feel
I need
sorry
to hear
for
what
him.
he said, bro. I don't like condone like laughing at him like, ha, you're stupid, you know what I'm saying? But I would just be like, bro, so can we talk about like what led us to this decision? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like tease him or nothing.
Didn't water my plants. I didn't do the dishes before I left. I didn't expect to be going back home. But it looks like I will be going back home.
But look, just so we're clear, we're all still alive, and the rapture didn't happen. Camping was not in the same celebratory mood.
I'm ready to shoot myself or go on a booze trip.
The next day was a Sunday. People were crushed, confused,
exactly,
looking for answers. They showed up at Camping's church expecting to see him, but someone else was holding the congregation.
Why?
Instead, Camping spent the day holed up in his house.
Give me a day. No interviews at all today.
But I'm wondering how you feel today.
You run family radio, big fella. What happened? You don't want to talk?
About your prediction.
Well, I'm bewildered. I'm very bewildered, and that's all I can say right now.
Hold on, why would I dance like that off camera and you see it, Donovan? That's the real question, huh? You want to answer that to the chat? That's what I thought.
On Monday, he appeared on his program. But this time, no open forum. But what he did have was a whole bunch of rationalizations. In fact, your boy was doubling down with another prediction. October 21st, 2011.
And this is it. And it will continue right up until October 21, 2011. And at that time, the whole world will be destroyed.
Now, I know what you're going to say, and okay, maybe he got it slightly wrong, but this time he has irrefutable proof of the rapture.
He had that last
using math. Again. So Camping took May 21st. Then he looked in the book of John, which states they caught 153
he just pulling anything out this book, bro.
fish. So, add 153 days to May 21st, making the new rapture.
Why is that the... Hey, whoever fell for this, they deserve it, bro. They deserve it.
October 21st.
Boy, ain't no...
How can you argue? It's flawless. Yes, Mr. Camping. Add the fish number. You've got it this time. On Tuesday, he opened the phones on his radio show, and it was the first time that his show was ever exciting to watch.
Why didn't the rapture happen on May 21st? Don't cut me off yet. And why do you believe so much on it's going to happen another 5 months? You're really pathetic. You know, I wasted all my money, and I sent it to you, and I don't have nothing. I was putting my hopes in you. You understand?
Listen, the Bible says, bro, there will be false prophets, okay? And all of his prophets were him prophesizing for the ability to profit off these people listening. Come on, it's right there. Anybody who say, pay me, I got the answers, the Bible said don't listen to him, bro. That's what it said. That's what the book said. You can read it yourself.
I wish I could see you face to face. I'd smack you right in the...
What
say you now?
Calling names doesn't help anything.
After that, viewership steadily declined. Now, after his prediction for October 21st, the media asked him,
Am I on cocaine?
No, they asked him,
Will you dissolve the company in October?
his response?
I am not the CEO. I'm a servant of God working here, and God is the CEO. We look to him all the time. He has 1,000 ways of getting me out of here. We have to leave that question with the Lord, not with you or with me. That's not our business. That's God's business.
And how prescient. Because 2 weeks later, he had a stroke.
That's tough.
I do hope he gets the message. But he didn't. A month later, he was back to doing his show. And he pressed on with his new prediction. By October 16th, though, he came to his senses. He admitted that no man could know exactly when the rapture would happen, and made no statement when October 21st came and went. Finally, on November 1st, he retired from his leadership position at Family Radio. Just under 2 years later, he was dead. The result of complications from a fall at his home.
Listen, if I would have spent 140 G's, my life savings, he would have made it to October. Hold on, what was the date? October.
He went at Family Radio. Finally, on November 1st, he retired.
October 21st was the day he said it was going to happen. October 22nd, 12:01 a.m. All right? GG's, my boy, you're done in GTA for sure.
Retired from his leadership position at Family Radio. Just under 2 years later,
Crazy.
He was dead. The result of complications from a fall at his home.
It wasn't me, it was him. Look at him. Get him.
But look, I don't want to be too harsh. He was a flawed man. He messed up some people's lives. But in the end, he confessed his mistakes too.
Some people's lives.
I was totally convinced, totally convicted of it. But I was wrong. I was wrong. I have sinned.
I think he truly believed the rapture was coming. This wasn't one big grift.
He was trying to go crazy in Miami with the Tatianas, all right, with everybody's money, right before the end of his life, all right? He been living by his morals and principles and get no butt cheeks his whole life. He was about to spend everybody's dollars on some doonies, okay? That's what happened. That's what really happened. My man had all types of, you know what I'm saying, coming through the crib. Let's cut the cap, all right? Let's cut the cap.
And everyone just kind of got swept up in the excitement of it all. So let's put a bow on it with what happened to Family Radio. During the Rapture campaign, Family Radio raised a lot of money.
How much?
But not as much as they spent. As well as draining their funds, they sold off important radio stations to pay for a lot of the advertising. In the process, they greatly tarnished their reputation. They were bringing in scores of millions in revenue in 2011, but by 2012, it was down to single-digit millions. Now, this is still a substantial amount, but not when you consider their operating costs were $26 million per year. And they couldn't rely on donations to make up the windfall because goodwill had dried up. Now, with fewer radio stations and a shrinking reach, they moved to distance themselves from camping and his baggage. Shows from mainstream Christian groups that Harold pronounced as corrupt were brought into the programming schedule. They announced they would no longer air the teachings of Mr. Camping.
You better
and
not,
finally,
bro.
On their website, they removed the archives of Mr. Camping's audio recordings.
Hold up. He worked for y'all. That's your man's. Can't erase him from history.
Okay, I've kind of bummed everyone out, but that's the end of the story. I've got nothing else to say. So here's a whole bunch of weird Baroque and Renaissance paintings.
Bro, listen. Harold Camping, you're done. All right? Well, actually, he actually is done because 2013, my man, you know what I'm saying? So, listen. Don't listen to people, bruh. If they can't tell you why they look, if my man would have got on the radio, I would have asked him. I said, "Yo, bro, how'd you come up with this number?" Well, see, I added the number of fish. It mentioned in it. Click. I'm off the phone. There's nothing else for us to talk about. What are we talking about? They caught 53 fish, so the date got moved back to October. Boy, if you don't get out of my face. But listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. You know what I'm saying? What other internet historian should we watch? This channel, banger. All right. Until the next time I see y'all. Peace.
Who said we ain't bout it? Test the gang and you'll get touched. She ride it, Kawasaki, roll my blunts and keep it quiet. Money is the motive, so we keep it on our mind. You'll get put in the stretcher, yellow tape, so please don't try.